You didn't ask what I had planned, but every step you took felt grand. You smiled and said, see you soon, and left the week to hum your tune. The days went slow, but still they moved like quiet clocks with nothing proved. But when the week began to sway, I knew you'd show up Friday's way. La la la, the air began to sing. La la la, like spring behind a swing. You made the quiet feel brand new, and Friday felt a lot like you. You didn't come with grand parade, but lightened all my quiet shade. And now when Friday hums a song, I know it's you I've waited on. No calendar could hold your face, but somehow time gave you a place. And in between the coffee steam, you came and danced inside my dream. La la la, like perfume in the breeze. La la la, you bloom with such ease. You didn't ask, but somehow knew that Friday always leads to you.
She left before the chorus hit, before the hook, before the split. The bass still played, the keys still rang, but every groove began to hang. We used to sway on half a beat, now every step feels incomplete. The synth still hums, the light still spins, but none of it knows where she's been. Even the groove missed you tonight. It danced too clean, it swayed too light. The rhythm tripped, the downbeat cried, and I just let the funk subside. She didn't wait for final bars, just slipped out quiet past the stars. No second verse, no bridge delay, just left before the band could play. Now when the hi-hat hits too fast, I think of how she couldn't last. You feel it in the fifth bar drop, the way she made the backbeat stop. Even the groove missed you tonight, like lights that dim without a fight. You left no burn, you left no scar, just silence where the rhythms are.
didn't close the door behind, but something heavier aligned. The lamp still flickered like a thought of something said and then forgot. Her tea went cold but still looked warm, a silent storm without the storm. She touched the chair but didn't sit, and that was how I knew it hit. You left in a way that stayed, not loud, not lost, just quietly laid. No scream, no fall, no open sound, but all of me stayed in that ground. Ooh, the air still hummed the part she chose, in corners where her stillness grows. And I don't speak it, but I know what silence means when it won't go. Now even light forgets to bend when she's not here to let it end. The cups remain, the shoes don't move, but none of it can fill her groove. You left in a way that stayed, like sunlight locked in empty shade. I tried to call, I didn't weep, but something stayed too long to keep. Ooh, the air still hummed the part she chose, in corners where her stillness grows. And I don't speak it, but I know what silence means when it won't go. The air still hummed the part she chose, in corners where her stillness grows. And I don't speak it, but I know what silence means when it won't go.
You didn't say it loud at all, just left a note beside the wall. The coffee cooled, the air stood still, and that's the part that lingers still. Your coat still smelled like something spring, but every breath began to sting. I never asked if you were sure, but somehow knew you closed that door. She stayed in the silence, I hear moans, like final crackling echoes. You left no storm, you left no cry, just made the space where I still try. I memorized your quiet days, the way you vanished into space. I never blamed you, never dared. You just left there when no one stared. Now every groove I dance around reminds me where your feet were found. You're not the song that broke apart, you're just the beat beneath my heart. She stayed in the silence, I hung back, like drums that echo what I lack. You weren't the fire, I wasn't cold. We just grew quiet, that was bold.
You came like wind across my skin, not loud but moving everything. I didn't know just what I missed until I breathed where you exist. Your shadow stretched beyond the wall. No promises, just quiet fall. The way you left was slow and true, like seasons shift without a cue. When the wind was you, I knew that silence never felt so new. You weren't a storm, you weren't the rain, just warmth that stayed without the name. I spoke to clouds, they said you passed, but feelings made the quiet last. And now the breeze that holds the sun still hums your name when day is done. Some things don't fade, they just disguise and live between the still goodbyes. When the wind was you, I stayed, not in the past but where you played. A gentle touch, a faded tune, a memory shaped like afternoon. I walked alone through city lights, kept secrets folded in my coat, each breath a whisper full of hope. Your name still hums beneath the noise. The moon was watching when you left, still I believed you'd turn around. Morning breaks with golden glass, I chase the light beyond the clouds. Your shadow stretches down the street. course you'll never know. All I do, still the same. Waited long, you never came. Even dreams forget your voice, but my chest still holds the sound. No one else could ever fill what you left in every round. I walk where the sky leans low, with memories only I know. Each day a note I replay, still soft, still fading away. Still waiting on the breeze, still calling through the night, still singing what won't fade.
You touched the sky with eyes so wide, and I stood still, just watching tide. No promises, no reasons why, just held my breath as stars passed by. You drew the clouds with fingers light, we whispered dreams beneath the night. No maps to guide, just hands that knew the way to fall and fall into you. When you held the sky, when you held the sky, the world stood still and so did I. Hearts aligned without goodbye. Lost the moon and found our name inside the quiet, not chasing fame. You smiled at me like you had known that love needs space and time alone. No one believed a sky could fall, but I felt grace inside it all. No perfect path, no painted road, just you and me and something whole. The stars move slow, your hand in mine. I kissed the dark and called it time. We never said how far we'd go, but in your gaze I saw it glow. The sky we touch still stays with me, like wind that sings eternally.
You came like wind across my skin, not loud but moving everything. I didn't know just what I missed until I breathed where you exist. Your shadow stretched beyond the wall, no promises, just quiet fall. The way you left was slow and true, like seasons shift without a cue. When the wind was you, I knew the silence never felt so new. You weren't a storm, you were skies and live between the still goodbyes. When the wind was a you, I stayed, not in the past, but where you played. A gentle touch, a faded tune, a memory shaped like afternoon. Sky turns pink, I close my eyes. Soft wind hums floating through time. You're the calm in my mind. Quiet steps on the rooftop floor. Sunlight fades behind the shore. Your name whispers more and more. Lights flicker on, city hums low. I walk where the breezes go. You stay, even when I said no. Moments stretch like velvet night. Everything still feels so right. We're glowing without the light. It lingers strong, it lingers strong. The way you smiled, still holding strong. Evening knows what we've been through. Sunlight trace the air for you. No regrets, no need to prove. I found peace inside this view. Stay too long, you stay too long, but I don't mind. It made me strong. Now the breeze feels like your voice. Every echo turns to choice. Night returns, but I still see you and us, just meant to be. Whispers fading into gold. Still your warmth I gently hold. Evening lingers, never cold.
Midnight lights shimmer down this empty lane. Rhythm taps in sync with quiet footsteps. Air feels heavy, but I keep dancing. Shadows flicker, dingy flickering neon signs. Every glance from strangers feels like spark. Breath catching beats steady through the noise. Baseline rises, tracing every word I sing. Night opens wide, city pulses through me. Heartbeat locked with rhythm, never slipping. Skyline dances in chrome color reflection. Steps aligned with stories left behind. Hands in pockets, still I hum forward. note, a step that lasts. Funk inside, the silence grows. Slide through streets nobody knows. Flickers fade into silver dawn. Curtains draw but rhythm stays on. Tired feet but heart still high. Music lives even when goodbye. Lights blur like falling dreams at dawn. Steps slow but melody carries on. One breath echoes what was mine. Goodbye held in every line. Turn the dark into groove again. Feel the heat behind my name. One more step into neon flame. Hold this night and drift away. You didn't know I stood that still. The rain had passed, but not the will. I let the breeze become my say. Too scared to ask if you would stay. Your shadow crossed my window line, but I mistook it all for time. You never said what I should be, but silence turned its eyes to me. What I never told still holds. Wounded light that evening folds. No loud reply, no sky to name. Just quiet steps that feel the same. What I never told still sings, even now as daylight cleans. The keys recalled the breath I spared and turned it into sound I dared. I walk beneath the words we missed, like wind that hums where light is kissed. You never asked, but I had known. Some truths can bloom without being shown. I didn't send the letter back, but kept the weight in every track. And now you walk where I once stayed, a name the quiet never afraid. What I never told still grows in empty rooms the evening knows. No need for lines, no vow to keep, just memories that learn to sleep. The light still falls the way you turned. The air still leans on what I learned. Your silence walks beside me still and fills the space I always will. I never told, I never told.
Woke up late, sunlight brushed my face. Coffee scent drifting through the room. A message from you lit my mood. Your photo laughed in morning light. I paused, smile tied my messy hair. Another day began with your name. You said you'd call around noon, so I kept checking the clock, each hour slower than before. the sky turned leaning gold. Oh, I heard footsteps near my door, but it wasn't you this time. Waiting's not hard when it's you. Time slows, but the feeling's true. I still hum your name in breeze. Your memory plays my heart like keys. Ooh. Ah, yeah. Evening fell, still no sound from you. I danced alone in our shared tune. Your name floated like whispered jazz. The key still knew where my heart was. Sometimes I fear I dream too much, but your smile makes time feel real. Like dusk that softens every edge, I'll sleep where your laughter lingers. Beneath the notes we once created, in dreams I hold your hand again, where melodies never fade away. Just a song, and yet it stays. You and I in harmonic ways, still playing softly inside me.
I saw your hand, I said your name, but left the words I couldn't claim. The light was soft, the air was still, and silence held what I should feel. You laughed away, I needed most, but I just stood a shadowed ghost. I knew the line, I missed the cue, and stayed a step away from you. You walked away, the lights came down, but still you're in this part of town. And every time the street turns dim, I hear the words I held within. If only I had said it right, not in dreams but in that night, it wouldn't haunt me still today. The truth I meant but couldn't say. caused by fear and fate. But if I see you one more time, I'll trade my silence for the line. If only I had said it right and let the moment hold me tight. I'd give it now, I'd mean it then, and never lose your name again. The night moves on but leaves a trace, a quiet name I still embrace. No final word, no need to stay. Just let this stillness drift away. We didn't plan to meet like this. Your hands were calm, your smile was crisp. The street was quiet, time stood still, but something said we always will. You watched the sky, I watched your face, a gentle pause between the pace. We didn't run, we didn't stay, but both of us had turned away to say goodbye without a word. Felt like a song I never heard. The moment passed but held its way and left us both to trust the fate. You turned your coat but looked ahead. I kept the words I should have said. The night was full but didn't cry. Just let us pass without goodbye. To say goodbye without a word felt like a song I never heard. The moment passed but held its weight and left us both to trust the fate. Some partings don't require a sound, they linger deep and still resound. You left me whole, not torn apart, just took the echo from my heart. Then walked away. No blame to hold, no price to pay. I kept the night inside my hands and let you go where silence stands. So if you feel the shift at night, it might be me still holding light from when we left without a fight.
Morning window shining on the floor. Your voice was waiting by the door. I took a step and felt much more. You traced the light across the street. We found a rhythm soft and sweet. The day began beneath our feet. breeze was warm, the silence slow. We walked where only shadows go, and every glance began to glow. Oh, the corner turned, your fingers curled. We stepped into another world. With every laugh, a page unfurled. Stay with me in this light. Feel the pulse, soft and right. We are rhythm, we are time. Every note begins to shine. Dance with me, keep it slow. Let the melody gently grow. Nothing else we need to know. We are sound in bright shadow. The morning bends but doesn't break. Each word we shared becomes awake. The sky still hums the path we choose, and nothing here we want to lose. I'll trace the lines we left behind, where sunlight and your voice aligned. A song that lingers in my hand, still soft and bright, just as we planned. Hold it still, hear it stay, hear it stay. I saw you turn, you looked away. I held my breath, had more to say. The world was still, a second froze. I stood in silence, no one knows. We walked alone, the street was wide. The truth was near, but I just lied. You whispered low, I turned too slow. My heart stayed back, you didn't know. I could have stayed, but chose to hide. We lost the words, we let it slide. The sky was clear, no need to say. I watched you slowly drift away. I nearly spoke, but walked instead. We left too much unsaid, unread. The sky was still, I watched you fade and knew the price that we had paid. If I could bend the time we shared, undo the parts where I got scared, I'd find the words I didn't say and hold you close, not walk away. A silent end,
I saw your hand, I said your name, but left the words I couldn't claim. The light was soft, the air was still, and silence held what I should feel. You laughed the way I needed most, but I just stood, a shadowed ghost. I knew the line, I missed the cue, and stayed a step away from you. If only I had said it right, not in dreams, but in that night, the wouldn't echo. Now this way, a truth I meant, but couldn't say. Walked away, the lights came down, but still you're in this part of town. And every time the street turns dim, I hear the words I held within. And maybe some love comes too late, not lost, just paused by fear and fate. But if I see you one more time, I'll trade my silence for the line. If only I had said it right and let the moment hold me tight, I'd give it now, I mean it then, and never lose your name again.
The sky was low, you stood so still. I watched you breathe beside the sill. No words escaped, just morning rain. You held the cup, ignored the pain. A quiet smile that wouldn't stay, and nothing left for me to say. You looked outside but stayed in place. Your hands were cold, your eyes like space. The steam between us drew the line, but you still said that you were fine. The clock moved slow, the light turned gray, and time just softly slipped away. If I had known, I would have stayed. You closed the door but looked my way. No one to blame, no need to cry, but part of me won't say goodbye. The window shook with gentle sound. You stirred but didn't turn around. I traced the steam upon the glass, the way we held what wouldn't last. No rain could wash this quiet clean.
sat beside a quiet thought and smiled as if the world forgot the ways we almost made it through. I looked but didn't ask you why. The coffee cooled, the sun was high, and every second felt like true. You said your day had gone just fine, but paused like you'd erased a line that once had held our favorite scene. I didn't fill the space you gave. We both had more than we could save, but kept it soft, not sharp or mean. I remember without sadness now, just like a film we left somehow. No endings drawn, no final call, but everything still says it all. You never said that you would stay, but left your voice in things I say. The air around me holds your name. Without the way, without the flame, it doesn't burn, it doesn't hide. It simply moves from side to side. I remember without needing more, the way you stood, not what you wore. Some stories breathe without regret and never ask us to forget. If time had paused before the break, would we have known which path to take? You smiled like silence had a shape, and I just watched it drift, escape. So if we pass without a word, just know that everything was heard. No need to reach, no need to turn. The light we shared still softly burns. Not every love is meant to last, but still it laps though time has passed, and waits in places we walked past. You called her name like a slow refrain, too smooth to hurt, too sharp to feign. I watched you dance around her ghost, still holding on to what you lost most. She wasn't here, but filled the air with perfume made from memories dead. I asked your eyes, they looked away. They knew she never left your day. If it was ever her, then tell me why I stayed unsure. You held my hand, but faced the blue, and whispered things not meant for two. Oh, oh, oh. Afraid to lose, too proud to win. But when you spoke without a word, Why'd I still wait? At every turn you kissed me soft, but called her grace. I felt her shadow in your place.
I felt the silence falling slow, your voice like morning, warm and low, a breath between the words you meant still lingers near like faint lament. You touched my hand but looked away. The sky turned gray, we let it stay. Each moment slipped a quiet burn, but never gave a thought to turn. Stay close, even if we never know. Stay close, even if we let it go. A soft piano climbs like breath on glass, then fades gently. I hear the night inside your name, a whisper wrapped in summer rain. We didn't fight, we didn't cry, we only said a long goodbye. But I still dream you're waiting there, a half-lit room, an empty chair. No anger left, just something true that ends before it starts anew. Hold the space where we once were. Don't forget how soft we blurred. And if I turn and you're not there, I'll still believe you breathe that air. The light we lost still lights the sea. You stayed somehow inside of me. The sky turns soft as we let go, a hush beneath the evening's glow. No words to find, no chase to run. We fell apart beneath the sun. The street grew dim with one swept by. You paced so light, I heard a sigh, a tune unsung we used to know. It slowly sank, then ceased to flow. We without the flame. And when you go, I'll still be near. The scent of dusk will keep you here. No need for signs, no voice to trace, just warmth that lingers in this space. You were so